So this tune is called Nothing Simple. And I had a little bit of trouble kind of naming it. That's been kind of a recurring theme with me. Is it seems like other musicians are really good at naming their tunes. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty intelligent name for that tune. And I can never seem to get there. So I'm trying to work on that area. I'm kind of focusing on where this song came from. And I have two beautiful children. And I was so happy to be able to start a family. You know, I was 43 and I was really thinking that I wasn't gonna have kids, like at the time. I thought, it's probably too late, you know, and if I have kids now, I'm gonna be 60 when they're growing up, and you know, just kind of had all these thoughts that maybe that wasn't gonna happen. But then I met somebody and we got together, and now we have these two beautiful children. And but we were together about 5 years, and this year we ended up deciding to live separately and you know, share custody of our kids. And that was like a really heavy way to end the year last year. So we kind of separated our houses, and then I had a recording space that was separate. I had to let that go, and with moving into my house, I was like, well, where am I going to record? And I actually realized that I had space in the master bedroom now. So once I got everything set up, I just started playing, and this is the first tune that kind of came after the big breakup or whatever. I started realizing that I had a lot of feelings around that, and yeah, it's very intense, and I'm sure it must be one of the more stressful things that people have to go through. As I started writing this tune, I really wanted to. I was liking the chords that I was getting, but I really wanted to introduce some kind of disjointedness to it, but kind of hide that underneath, because that's how I was feeling in general. You know, I'm just trying to work, I'm just trying to raise my kids, and I'm just trying to adjust to like my kids not having us both all the time, and watching my oldest one kind of, you know, have a little bit of difficulty with that. And you know, it's probably his first major thing that he has to deal with in his life at 4 years old. Compared to my upbringing up to the age of 4, like, he hasn't had to deal with any of the traumas that I dealt with at that age. I'd imagine it might be the first thing that he starts remembering, but I don't know. I remember certain things from when I was 2 and 3 and 4, you know. This song has kind of an odd time meter. People had a little bit of difficulty with the meter of the song at first, and I was like, I could tell that people were like, well, why can't it just be, you know, a regular song, you know? But I really wanted it to capture that feeling of there's something up here, like it sounds like a normal song, but there's something that's a little, you know, hard to hear, or that's a little bit off, and that's kind of what I was feeling like. And so this song, you know, it has a lot of beauty. Like, there's a very beautiful opening. There's all these synths. Scott on percussion, like, it has all these like different sounds going. It's like, and it's atmospheric. When the groove comes in, and when Brendan comes in with the groove, it's like there's a real intensity in the drums, and it really has this like duality of atmospherics and beauty with the trumpet, and then the drums are just like a really, you know, intense groove that kind of goes through the song. At the end, there's like drum solo, there's trumpet solo, there's guitar solo, and there's like percussion. Like, it just, at the end, it just goes really crazy, and then ends back into like a beauteous kind of resolution. And that's almost kind of where I'm feeling now. Like, I feel like I've gotten through, you know, that breakup, and me and my ex-partner are starting to communicate regularly, you know, more like how we were before, but maybe we're becoming friends, which I think is what I want for my kids as well as for myself. You know, I don't think we'll be together, but I think we're always going to be together because we have our kids together, right? And that's where I want to be.